Hello friends, so it is actually November 1st. I just finished filming my October wrap-up, but I wanted to kind of make an introduction to this vlog that, if all goes according to plan, will be going up towards the end of November. I decided to send Instagram messages to some of my favorite booktubers to find out their underrated reads for this year. I'm still waiting on a couple to message me back, and I think all but one of them sent new releases from this year. So for right now, I'm just gonna kind of go over what I plan to read from each booktuber. I will leave a list down below of all of the books that they recommended. Some of them sent more than one. Some of, like, Francesca from Under the Covers sent a whole long list. I'll leave those other ones down below. So first was Jessica from Peace Love Books, and the one I picked from her recommendations was actually Praying for Rain by B.B. Easton. This is a kind of like pre-apocalyptic, and I will be reading it on Kindle Unlimited. Nicolette from Falling Over Books suggested You Can Have Manhattan by P. Dangelico. I actually bought the paperback of this because P. Dangelico is a Book Bonanza author for next year. This is an arranged marriage, boss's son. I actually started reading it yesterday, and I'm really enjoying it so far. That'll be the next clip you see, will be a vlog of when I started reading it. Like I said, Francesca from Under the Covers book blog sent so many recommendations, but the one I picked was Must Love Dukes by Elizabeth Michels. This is a historical romance about a thieving woman and a duke who she, goes to for help because she's going to be in trouble for theft. I'm going to be listening to this one on Audible Escape. Lacey from Lacey Book Lovers, I picked Bitter Heat by Mia Knight. I believe this is a dark romance, maybe kind of a second chance from the way it sounded, and I will be reading this one on Kindle Unlimited. Chelsea at Chelsea Palmer, she sent a couple. I picked We Walked to the Sky by Lisa Fielder. I believe this is a YA kind of dual timeline circus book from the way it sounded. I'm going to be reading this one as an ebook. It's not on Kindle Unlimited, but I have bought it already. Shelby from Shelby Taggart Reads actually sent two as well, and I picked both of them because they both sounded good, and they were both available on Kindle Unlimited. But the first one is Eleanor and Gray by Brittany C. Cherry. I'm actually going to listen to this one as an audiobook. I believe this is a second chance nanny romance. And my sister, I believe, has read this one as well and really liked it. And the second one is Rustic Hearts by Amber Kelly. And this one is a small town second chance romance. So yeah, the rest of this video is going to be vlog footage of my thoughts on these books. Let's do this! Hey guys, so excuse the sliding. I'm in the living room and I have the reading lamp on because it's cloudy and dark outside. It is Saturday, 3 o'clock. And I've been reading You Can Have Manhattan, and I am loving this book so much, but I'm at 50 pages left, so I know shit's about to hit the fan, and I don't want it to. I want them to just live happily ever after, just from where we're at now, but that would also mean that the book is over, and I don't really want that. I'm conflicted on this one. But I am loving it so far. I'm so glad that I got this suggestion because I probably would have not ever looked at this author. Well, she is a Book Bonanza author, so I probably would have looked at her stuff. I just don't know if I would have picked it up without this. But, yeah. I'm definitely going to finish this today. It's about to go down and I don't want it to. Hey guys, so I just finished You Can Have Manhattan by P. Dangelico, and I just went and gave it 5 stars on Goodreads. This was so good. It was everything I wanted it to be after I read the synopsis. It was a marriage of convenience. It had the, ranching aspect to it. It was a little bit hate to love. I loved it so much. I don't know what I'm going to read next for this video. You will have already seen my Romanceopoly-a-thon vlog, which today's only Saturday, and that doesn't start until Monday, but I actually think I'm going to go ahead and just get started on that, since it's not, like, set challenges. It's, yeah. I'll probably say that again in that other video. Anyway, I absolutely loved You Can Have Manhattan by P. Dangelico. I have also already gone on Goodreads and added a whole bunch of books by this author. Like I said, she is a Book Bonanza author for next year, so most likely gonna just pick up a couple and then pre-order, because I don't know, I feel better getting it directly from the author. Yeah, I don't know if that actually makes a difference or not, but I feel like it does. So I'm gonna go get started on Romanceopoly Reads, and I will see you guys probably in about a week or so. Hey guys, good morning. It is Friday, November the 8th, and I just finished my second book for this reading challenge thing. I finished reading Rustic Hearts by Amber Kelly. This was one of Shelby's suggestions, and y'all, this book, just like, it had my heart, and it was kind of pulling it apart, and I was getting real frustrated, and then it all kind of wrapped up real nicely. Okay, so this book is about Sophie, who I think she was 12 years old, and her mom, like, just all of a sudden told her that they were leaving Colorado where she grew up. They were moving to New York City. It was just going to be her and her mom now, and, like, she's a child, so she couldn't do anything about it, but I think she's 30 or 31 years old in the present day. And she gets this phone call that her grandmother in Colorado has passed away. So she goes back for the funeral and ends up staying to kind of help out with the ranch and help out with, like, the family that still lived in Colorado, her dad's side of the family. And y'all, this book, it was so sweet. It had, like, all these little lines, and I was reading it on Kindle Unlimited, so it was, like, where other people had, like, highlighted the passages. And every time I was just like... But I did end up giving this one 4 stars. The beginning of it, when she was still in New York City, like, in the present day, it was a little bit slow. And I felt like in some of the chapters we weren't really getting, like a full story. I felt like it was kind of just, like, bare bones of what the story could have been. And so that kind of took me out of it a little at the beginning, but once she got the phone call that she needed to go to Colorado, and once she got there, I really felt like the story kind of all came together. So I did really love it. I don't know what I'm going to pick up next. I'm kind of leaning towards Praying for Rain by B.B. Easton, which was Jessica from Peace Love Books' pick. But I don't know that for sure. Hey guys, so sorry about this. It was cold and rainy outside, so I bundled up into my comfy robe when I got home. Today is, I think, the 14th of November. And this morning at work, I finished listening to Must Love Dukes by Elizabeth Michels. This was Francesca from Under the Covers recommendation. And y'all, 2 days ago when I started this, I almost turned it off because the very beginning of it was a fade to black scene, and I was just like, I don't have time for this. Like, what in the world did she sign me up for? But I did stick with it. I actually quit listening to it that day and then picked it up again yesterday and finished it yesterday and this morning. This was really good. It's a historical romance. It's not exactly what I thought it was when I described it in the beginning. This is about a woman who, she's kind of towards the end of the, like, ages where she goes, like, into the season or whatever to find a husband. She's kind of towards the end of that. I think she was 23 or 24. And her brothers have just now decided that she's going to get married and going to, like, marry somebody that will, like, profit their family. And during the season, she ends up meeting this duke again, who the year previously she had an encounter with him, and then kind of a one-night stand where she stole back a pocket watch that he had bought from a shop that her brother had sold it to. It was her father's pocket watch. But she ends up meeting him again, and he kind of blackmails her into helping him, like complete all these schemes and stuff towards the like men in society who he doesn't like get along with, and it was really funny. Their schemes were hilarious. I loved when it was time for one of those to happen. And obviously, like, towards the end, her brother finds a husband for her, and he, like, realizes, no, I don't want her to get married to somebody else. I want her to be married to me. And they go through this little issue of trying to get to that, and I loved it so much. I liked the characters. She was a very strong female character, and he was very, like, understanding of that, I feel like. I do need to look it up. I'm hoping that this was a series and not a standalone, because there was one of her brothers who I would be interested in hearing his story, because I loved him and I was like waiting for them to figure it all out. And then like the big reveal happened and I was like, he's so cute. He's so sweet. I love him. I think I'm going to give this one 4 stars. I really liked it. I liked the writing. I liked the characters. And I liked the story. Just something about it is just not quite a 5-star for me. And I don't know what it is. So maybe like a 4, 4.5. Yeah, we'll go with that. Hey guys, it is, I believe it's the 19th of November. It might be the 20th. I don't know. This morning at work, I finished listening to Eleanor and Gray by Brittany C. Cherry. This was the second recommendation that I got from Shelby at Shelby Taggart Reads. And y'all, this book was so good. I actually think I'm going to give it 5 stars. I was super satisfied with the story. When they were teenagers and when they were adults, I just felt like the story really flowed very easily, very realistically, and I was super satisfied with the way it ended, but I didn't want it to end. I really wanted to stay with these characters. And I think the, like, Landon and Shay part, I'm sure they're going to be in there. So I'm probably going to pick that up. But it was just such a nice, like, change of pace, because the other book I'm reading is Praying for Rain by B.B. Easton. And, like, I'm just, like, I need something to happen in it. I know it's a series. I don't know if it's a duology or a trilogy. But, like, I'm, like, 66, 67% in. And I just feel like not a lot is happening. But that's my plan for the rest of the day. I am off tomorrow, so I can get a lot of reading done then, too. But I want to try to be done with Praying for Rain tonight, because I do still have Bitter Heat and We Walk to the Sky to read. And I want to try to get that done before Monday when the used bookathon starts. So, a little bit to go. And I keep getting distracted by new releases and Disney Plus and the new season of The Crown. But, so I just finished reading Praying for Rain by B.B. Easton, and it was really good. I think I'm going to end up giving it 4 stars, though, because there was a lot of downtime, I felt like, where the story could have been progressing a little bit faster than it actually was. But I still really enjoyed the storyline, and I am very interested to see where it's going, like what's going to happen. I looked it up on Goodreads, and it says it's a trilogy. And I think it said the second one comes out January 16th or 15th or something. Around the middle of the month in January. So I am going to be picking that up when it comes out. I don't think I've shown this to you guys, but it's just where I've been keeping track of who gave me which recommendation and kind of a little bit about it. So, I actually still need to mark that one off, and I just finished that one. So, these are the only 2 I have left. I think I'm going to take a break from romances for a little bit and read this We Walk to the Sky book next. Hey guys, so I am currently reading We Walk to the Sky. I think I'm at like 60-something% through. And I'm really enjoying it. It's reminding me a lot of Next Year in Havana, in the fact that it's a dual timeline from a grandmother to a granddaughter. But, like, I'm having an issue with this granddaughter. I know it's gonna I know it's gonna fix itself. I know that it's going to get better, But, like, she's such a teenager right now, and for somebody who has not been around teenagers, like, that's one of her mom's things, is that she needs to put herself out there and make friends. But, like, she is such a teenager, and I just really, every time she says something, I'm just like, you need to get over it. I get where you're coming from, but you need to get over it. Anyway, I am really enjoying it. Yeah, today is Thursday, and I need to finish this book and one other one for this video by Sunday night, because Monday a readathon starts, and I can totally do it. I just need to sit down and read. At least they're both on my phone, though. I believe the other one that I can't remember the title of is in Kindle Unlimited. So at least they're on my phone, so I do take it to work with me and everything. So I can totally do it. I just need to actually do it. Hey guys, so I finished We Walked to the Sky last night. I really wanted to like this one because, like, the writing was very good, and I really enjoyed the grandmother's story. But I just was not into the present-day granddaughter. She was very bratty, and I kept, like, thinking, like I said, I thought thought she would get over it. But it wasn't until, like, the very end when she was just all of a sudden like, okay, this is how I am now. And I don't know. The ending just wasn't for me. I was much more focused on the grandmother's side of the story, and that poor ending. So yeah, I think I'm gonna give this like a 3.5 stars. I did really like I was really enjoying like part of it, but then the other part just, I couldn't get over it. And then I went to go download my last book, which was Bitter Heat, suggestion from Lacey from Lacey Book Lovers. And I swear it was on Kindle Unlimited, and it's not on there anymore. So I was kind of reading reviews to see if I really wanted to buy it. And I knew it was a dark romance, but somebody in one of the reviews said that it was kind of, like, she felt it was a little bit abusive, and I was like, ugh. I just don't know if I'm in the right mood or the right headspace for, like, that dark of a romance. So I went and actually bought Lacey's other recommendation, which was A Wicked Kind of Husband, which so far it's a historical romance, and the main character has married this man, I think it said 2 or 3 years previously, because her father set it up and, like, made a deal with him where if he would marry her, like, he wouldn't, like, have to deal with her or anything, and she and her mom and sisters could stay in her family estate after the dad passed away. So, haven't fully figured that out yet so far. The description says she does go to London for her sister's, like, debutante season or whatever it's called. So, I'm assuming that he does not know she's coming to London for that because he lives in London. Anyway, I'm not there yet. I have been reading, I think I've only read, like, a chapter. But, for now, I actually need to go dry the last little bit of my hair. And I have my Arendelle Aqua Mickey Mouse Walt Disney World shirt on because my mom will be here soon to pick me up because she and my aunt and I are going to see Frozen 2 tonight, and I'm so excited. And then tomorrow is actually our town, like, Christmas thing, so we'll be going to that. Thankfully, I'm off work tomorrow, so I don't know when it will be, but I will let you know my thoughts on A Wicked Kind of Husband. Hey guys, so I actually finished A Wicked Kind of Husband, which was the last of the recommendations that I'm going to read for this video. I did enjoy it. It's not my favorite historical romance that I've ever read. The characters just, I didn't connect to them, so it wasn't my favorite. Now that I'm completely done with this reading challenge, there are 4 of the books that I would definitely recommend, and then 3 that were only kind of okay for me. The 3 that were just kind of okay were We Walked to the Sky, A Wicked Kind of Husband, and I'm gonna put Praying for Rain in this category with a little asterisk that I am interested to see what happens further in the series. It's just books 2 and 3 are not out yet. The ones that I definitely would recommend were Must Love Dukes, Rustic Hearts, and then I gave 5 stars and would 100% recommend You Can Have Manhattan and Eleanor and Gray. So that is my reading vlog for reading Booktubers underrated recommendations. If you've read any of these, let me know your feelings on them, and if you have any books, particularly romance, that you feel are underrated, leave them for me down below. I would be interested to see what other people consider underrated romances. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!